Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to the Vow Factor. Happy Monday.
Hello, plus ones.
We are so excited that you've decided to join us on this weekday of whenever you're watching this.
Or weekend if you're flying down the highway to the wedding.
That's true. Maybe you're listening to us in the car. If you are, drive safe.
Yes.
And we are going to kick off today's episode with something that has been a conversation recently, a newer conversation.
A new conversation, which
we obviously need to insert ourselves into.
Obviously, because we are conversationalists, professional
yappers, if you will.
Or professional yappers.
Should that be merch too? Professional yapper?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know if you want merch.
Yeah, they all want the professional yapper.
I think so.
Plus one to the professional yappers.
I love it.
I'm here for it. But there has been some conversation around if the term wedding content creator or wedding day content creator or content creator, when you're going through the list of tags, is what we should be referring to ourselves as, because there's a lot of different, I guess, types of content creators out there, maybe. Some that maybe focus more on like the true, actual behind the scenes of everything. People that do very focused, vendor content. And then there's, the content creators that really focus on, making viral moments. And then there's a type of content creators that just kind of focus on doing the wedding day as is, putting pretty videos together.
Kind of like how
cinematic.
there's different types of photographers who are documentary or editorial or
right. Like different styles.
But they're still called photographer on their tags. They're not documentary photographer.
Right.
Editorial photographer. Which is interesting. But maybe we are getting to a place where there just are different types or content creators that have different styles. They kind of focus on one style, whether it's more documentary, kind of having that more of the fly on the wall, true behind the scenes look, where there's a lot of people in their way. They're not up close on the couple or, whoever it is. They're very documentary. So maybe that's their specialty. And then you have others who kind of focus on that more editorial vibe. And that way couples can kind of hire a content creator who matches their style, just like you would do with a photographer.
Exactly. So the question is that we are going to explore today, and we also invite you guys to jump into the comments.
Yeah, please.
And tell us your opinions on everything. We're going to share our opinions. Obviously, you guys know that. That's why we're here.
We have lots of opinions on this.
We do have lots of opinions, but we want to hear from you guys, and we want to invite you guys into this conversation because I think this should be a group chat with all of the wedding content creators, and see if we need to redefine the term wedding content creator and change it, So obviously, you guys know what my initial take might be because I love SEO, which is why my business name is Wedding Day Content Creator. I obviously got very lucky with that name, but I wanted to name my business, if it was available, the search term. And by doing that, it's brought me a lot of business and definitely gave me a leg up in my career, literally because I went with the SEO. The search term. So right now, wedding content creators or wedding day content creators are all referred to as such in, major publications like Vogue. That's exactly the search term that's ranking on Google when you're looking for a wedding content creator or wedding day content creator. And so just from a standpoint of all of that, I think it might be a stretch to consider, redefining and renaming wedding content creation. I feel like it wouldn't catch on and pop up in searches.
I also think that we've kind of stuck, we've made our place in the industry with that term.
Right.
And we're already struggling to stay there a little bit, just with people constantly telling us that we don't belong and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like changing the name would just lower our, what's it called? legitimate, like it would delegitimize us in the space, because they'd be like, okay, what are you even called?
Right.
Like you were a wedding content creator, now you're like a producer, you're the behind the scene. Like, what are you?
What are you? And it's like, I think
it is okay. Like if a content creator is making their tag on their own post and they want to name themselves a certain thing,
sure,
go for it. Like, I wouldn't
recommend it for SEO purposes.
No, but I will say that I could not agree more with SEO, and not just because wedding day content is in my name as well. But like, I also did that on purpose. Well, Emily did that on purpose for me. She figured it out.
Yes. But anybody who I help, if they're like trying to name their business, that is the first thing I tell them. And I'm like, go with something that's SEO friendly.
But it's true, because
you can change it later.
You can change it later, but also just like when people are searching up on Google, or ChatGPT is a search engine now.
Yeah, you got to
I've been hearing that a lot.
The SEO, and then you got to make sure that you're ranking on ChatGPT as well.
Yeah, look yourself up on ChatGPT. Search like wedding content creator in Oklahoma or New York or Illinois or wherever you are. The first 3 states I can think of. And like see what comes up, and then maybe tailor your thing. But I don't think like couples, they're just really starting to get on like, oh yeah, I need a content creator. And then like, you're going to be like, I need a, what are the
Let's
other
change
terms?
the name.
Like, oh, I need and then you change your name and you start ranking.
Producer of behind the scenes.
Yeah, producer of behind the scenes. People are going to be like,
listen, guys,
what is that?
I am nowhere behind anyone. I am beside people. I don't go behind unless I like absolutely really need to. It is beside, not behind. If we have photo, video, guess what?
Content.
Not
second shooter.
I'm not standing behind them unless like I absolutely have to. And at that point in time, then I have like, my gimbal extended or whatever, and I'm still getting like a very clear shot.
Because you are not.
I don't take BTS. Really.
I tell every single person on a call, this is not behind the scenes. This is the in between that you're also getting.
It's the in between. It's the wow moments.
Well, the reason I say the in between is because you're getting everything I'm taking from the day. You're getting those big moments and of course, in your photos and your videos, you're getting sweet moments. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're not.
Your phone doesn't stop rolling. My phone doesn't stop rolling.
Literally,
we're getting literally everything.
That's why they're getting 800 to 1,500 pieces of content in like an 8 to 12 hour day, like give or take, like depending.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of details at your wedding, it's going to be on the higher end of that.
Yeah.
You are getting so much. You are getting every single thing. And that is why I'm like, but that's content. It's something to post. It's something to scroll through. Like,
right.
When they say like, even take wedding out of it, there are so many content creators. Some people will get a lot of big following and they call them some influencers.
Yeah.
They're influencers because they are creating content that people are consuming and purchasing things from. But they are content creators first and foremost because they are creating things for consumption. And that is what we're doing. We're creating things about a specialty, like weddings.
Right. And if we have a scene, like, for example, like if the ceremony is happening and you have photo, video, and then say content is standing behind them in the aisle, say there's not any room or whatever for you to stand beside them, which is totally fine. It happens. Sometimes I have to go back and like stand, on steps or whatever.
I don't even know so much because sometimes they're like, no, go in front of me because I'm taller than you.
Yes. You can also do that.
I can.
But the point I'm trying to make is,
I'm just saying, don't automatically be like, oh, I'm the third. I should be, just saying.
So
on the front.
Like, even if I have to go behind or like, whatever the situation is and calls for, because sometimes all of these things happen at like the drop of a hat and you got to be ready to get in position and go. And like, not every single time you can go and crouch in front of, people. But if I have to be behind, I am trying my hardest to crop out the photographer and the videographer out of your shot. I am not sitting here being like, well, this is the behind the scenes and the photo video's here. So they're going to now be in the shot of you saying I do and like kissing your partner and then walking down the aisle.
I would be
absolutely
so
not.
Absolutely
Will I
not.
ever provide a clip to you like that?
No.
Unless
the photographer just steps in front of you.
Exactly.
And
like there would
it.
have to be a situation like that. And I feel like to me, that's the difference between what content creation is, because you're creating content that is like very pleasing to the eye. And I feel like when people are in the shot, it's not very pleasing to the eye. And I feel like that's the difference between like BTS and content creation.
And I think they serve different purposes. I
do too.
And look, I guess if I were to show you a sample like gallery, if you want to call it that, like that I send a client after their wedding day, you are going to find what people would consider behind the scenes of typically like the getting ready, like morning. I'm, just want to kind of like capture the atmosphere of the day and like the energy and the vibes. Am I using that in their edits? Most of the time, no. Maybe there's a cute moment.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's really just for them.
There's certain times during the day that like I want to capture in that way.
Yeah.
But that's just for the client. Like that's not what I'm like selling.
Right.
As my service. Like go on my Instagram, you're not going to see that.
It's almost like little like cinematic iPhone shot films, which is great. And I feel like there's a place in the day for the behind the scenes content where other vendors are in the shots.
And sometimes vendors do get in the shots. The photographer gets in close for a thing.
Right.
You know
there's nothing I can do about that.
But also like that's one shot. It's nice just to see. And sometimes I can post it on my story and be like, hey, it was so great working with this photographer, and they're in it and they get to repost it. And like, that's great. Like,
exactly.
It's okay.
Win-win for everyone.
The main
And I'm sure like the couples too that are hiring us, like they do want to see their vendors to an extent in their content, because that was also part of the day. And
they're
I think
in
that's
like
great.
2 to 3% of it.
Exactly.
It's not a big percentage.
No.
But I have fully seen content creators who spend the entire day truly in the background.
I do too.
But their content, it just looks different. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It's different. It is not like the same type of outcome of like.
It's different styles.
Yeah. It's just not the same like video outcome in your edits.
It's just like why I think like sticking with, wedding content creation, wedding content creators, wedding day content creators is.
I usually say wedding content creator is usually like what I put, or even just content creator.
Yeah.
I also, the tag is usually content creator. But
I think that name, like in itself, if we're talking about redefining the name, I think it's just all encompassing for all of the different types of, wedding content creators that
same.
There
just
are.
like photographer.
Yeah. So
videographer,
right?
Like they have like even like videographer, you can have Super 8. If you have a separate videographer that's only doing Super 8, of course it makes sense to say Super 8 videographer.
Yeah.
But like if you just have one videographer there and they're shooting on like regular and like Super 8, is it digital, whatever? Like just put videographer. They know that all the video taken was from them.
Right. Because it's like, I know one of the other names that like was being chatted about was like iPhone content creator, like iPhone BTS producer or something like that. And I also think that's interesting because I would say most content creators that are established in their business typically are experimenting with different cameras. I'm not saying that they're bringing like mirrorless cameras and like taking over for video, but like if there's not a videographer there, I definitely feel very comfortable pulling out other cameras. I have a Super 8. I have a 4K DJI mini drone. I have obviously my Canon G7X. If there's no
videographer, then I don't understand why that's even a conversation, because
no, but I'm not going to tag myself on the video as iPhone content creator because at the end of the day, like my job at a wedding is to create, like get content of the entire day first and foremost, but also deliver my clients really great edits and whatever I have to do to make sure that video like pops off on the gram. Like I am going to do that. If I feel like I need to take an aerial shot from my drone because there's like insane grounds,
then you're going to.
Then I'm absolutely going to. I have photographers all the time that bring drones and they take video, they take photos with them, and like I think that's awesome. Like, why not experiment and like see what's going to do really well?
technically like a videographer can create content with their like video with their professional camera. Like it's not only for iPhone. iPhones are very easy. It helps us to be able to kind of be like fast moving and like kind of get places and whatever, like kind of be that fly on the wall or like a mouse. The videographers the last weekend was like, you're like a mouse. Like I didn't even like hear you moving. And I'm like, that's what I like to do. I'm just like to like, beep, boop, boop, like all over the place.
Do you remember when we did our first photo shoot with Pasha?
Scurry.
And she like, okay, shout out to Pasha really quick. She's like our first like photographer. She's amazing.
We do all of our business like brand shoots together.
It's just tradition because we started with the first one and it's like from like might as well just always do the photo shoot together at this point.
I
like
know.
The energy is great. Like we hype each other up. It's fun. But so Pasha was our first photographer that we worked with for our shoot. And she had us like, she was here and then like she would have us here and then she'd have us walk towards the camera. But to get a cute shot, she would go, okay, scurry. And we'd like, it was really cute. So anyway, whenever I hear that, I think of that time and it was really cute.
I just like, but I'm just saying like, I'm really comfortable in an iPhone. So I definitely prioritize my iPhone content.
Yes, it's primarily iPhone content. I just want to clear that up because we're going to get some people in the comments who are like,
oh, please. But like if I have my G7X, I have G7X, like
get more innovative.
Sue me, I have one. If I whip it out and I want to take, if they're doing sunset photos or something and I want to do like a cool thing. Guys,
my job is content. I'm here to get bomb content. However that happens shouldn't be an issue.
If you have a professional video camera and you want to charge $7,000 plus or whatever it is, like you want to charge whatever your rate is, I'm assuming somewhere around there, and you want to shoot in vertical the whole day and you want to make clips, do it. But that's not what a videographer from my understandings purpose is. Their purpose is to make films.
Well, it's long form content versus short form content.
Exactly. So,
and when the videographer clips things for short form content to put on social, are we sitting here being like, oh, you're crossing a line?
My videographer at my wedding, Emily was at my wedding. I had a videographer. My videographer sent me 10 social edits.
Yeah.
Is Emily here like, oh my God, Kennedy sent edits. And they're like,
Kennedy crossed a line. She's a crazy girl.
No, like
not at all. And
literally not at all.
And if you want to share those, like I would not be offended at all.
I think I posted one, at least one, maybe two.
The more the merrier.
And you know what I did? I put all the tags. I wrote video by Kennedy Nicole Films, vendor list, and I listed everyone. And under content, I put wedding day content creator. And guess what? Emily shared it to her story because she's like, wow, this is a great video of a wedding that I was a part of. And we all moved on.
Yeah. So easy, guys.
No one's hiring, like people are hiring Kennedy because she makes gorgeous wedding films. They're not necessarily like, oh, like, you know, I want her because of this thing. At least I'm assuming so. Like, that's why I hired her because she's great at her job.
Yeah.
Just as if you're a great filmmaker, then people are going to hire you for that.
Exactly. And I think like however you want to get your films out there, if it is through social clips to kind of spread the word.
Totally.
Because, like, obviously you can't post long form content on social. Like it's not made for it. So
no, but like you can post, you know, a 3-minute thing. Also, you can post like horizontal. Like I think everyone should be using social media to their advantage. Like it would be silly of you to not.
Yeah.
Like I don't really get it. Like, why is this such a big deal?
Yeah.
But like other things, like, you know, what was it? We've seen backstage content creator in addition to content creator, I think that is interesting. And I'm not actually mad at that. Like on the vendor list, it was content creator and they listed their content creator and then it said backstage. And I like love the term backstage just because
it's cute.
It's cute. But like, I see that and I'm like, okay, all of the like content of the couple, the one that's like very clean and kind of like
couple
cinematic and like all of that looking was by the content creator, and everything that was maybe like vendors or like from like the balcony above was probably that other backstage content creator.
Right. And I consider that like
that
true BTS content.
Yes, of just like what is happening.
Yeah, because that content creator then wouldn't go with the couple's content creator, the head content creator.
The head content creator, exactly.
Yeah. So, and like follow them around. Maybe they would, but like the purpose is different for the content. But they're still considered a content creator at the end of the day. If a vendor searches up, they're going to look for content creator.
Also, if someone sees a wedding that they love, even if it's like on a planner's page, they're like, oh, like, I love this video, and they're going to scroll down. They're going to see, okay, content creator. Clearly, that's who made this.
Yeah.
You can also tell when something is on an iPhone versus like a professional camera for the most. Like, usually it's more like of that, like, blown out's not the right word, but like, what's the term I'm looking for?
Overexposed.
Yeah, like it's a different look. Like it's not an iPhone, and an iPhone's not making that. Even in like cinematic mode, I hate cinematic mode on an iPhone.
You did not mean overexposed.
No.
Right.
No, but like like they blur the background, and like it's like the couple is like very like like
they crank down that f-stop.
Whatever, I don't know. See, I'm not a videographer. I don't know the terms.
I recently bought.
You can tell the difference.
A Sony A7,
and it's not in a bad way. You can
learn all of this stuff. So when I'm talking with photographers and videographers, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I'm not discussing this with them because I genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to attempt it.
Well, I actually bought it so I could tell my husband how to take photos and videos of me.
Yeah,
and then also Jesse.
Yeah, no, I'm
going to train Jesse in this. It's going to be very easy.
Yeah, okay, so I will know what I'm talking about, but I don't know right now. But but like, no, when they're like, oh, I want to get this like shot, and then the couple's like in focus, and then they kind of blur the background, and like you see them running or something, and like it's very beautiful. Yeah, but that's not done on an iPhone.
Yeah, no,
and then you could tell.
There's no way that an iPhone could capture something like that. It's all different.
I feel like
different tools, different outcomes.
We're also off topic of the thing of I don't understand why we would change the name from wedding content creator to
anything else.
Another thing we saw was producer. I'm not producing much on the day. I'm producing an edit at the end of the day. Maybe I see
she's an editor.
Maybe I see a really cool shot, and I like let them know, and I communicate. I'm like, hey, like maybe we can do this, and they're like, oh yeah, let's do that, and I kind of help set up the shot. Happens every now and then. I get a good idea, but like,
it's not like the folk. Like we're not going into the day, or at least like I know I'm not. I know you're not. We're not going in with like I have this huge shot list, and this is how it's gonna go, and it's a full production, and it's like. No, I'm really showing up here with like my iPhone, maybe a couple other pieces of gear, and like we're gonna see how the day goes. And like, unless there's like a couple things discussed beforehand that the couple wants in terms of content wishes, that's really like my clients are like, come in and do your thing.
What do you think to you, what is a producer?
Well, I went to school for this.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
So, lessons with Emily. I feel like a producer kind of oversees like everything that's going on for that shoot. So they're coming in with like, they've made a timeline, they've made a shot list, they have like specific plans for specific things.
Direction and posing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of more of like a pre-planned type of thing instead of like kind of just like going off the cuff all day and just like letting the day kind of be the day. It's a little bit more of a production, which means you need a producer because there's a lot of moving parts and pieces. That's just how I view that. And of course, at the end of the day, a producer is someone who creates something and kind of puts it out, but it's usually more of a production with lots of moving pieces. If you're showing up to shoot someone's wedding day, of course, there's a lot of moving pieces and things to consider. And like maybe you have some things on the shot list that, you always want to make sure that you get. But also like, I feel like a lot of those things you are already going to get because it is a wedding day and there is, typically always going to be XYZ things that happen on a wedding day. So I don't know if that's really like full producing.
Yeah. I feel like the only instance that I would like maybe consider that you are is like maybe if it's like a big influencer wedding and like you have a huge like the photographer is great, but like you have a team, you have a huge like shot list and like TikTok's making different videos and like everything's planned out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but I think that's not the majority, and like changing a name to that would not be. Would not cover it.
I would have considered myself a producer. We were up for an influencer's wedding, and the way that I was going to run the day was I was basically going to be the producer, and I was going to bring in a team of content creators that also included Jessie. And Jessie was going to be kind of like...
I was the expert.
She was the expert on like all things this influencer. And then I was bringing in someone... We're all content creators, by the way. So just like go with that. But there's one who does like influencer marketing and like kind of understands like the brand side of things and like has that specific eye for it.
This was a very curated like group of people with very like specific backgrounds and and like knowledge.
And everything was like... Each person that was going to be selected for this wedding had like a very specific role and a very specific job and duties that they were to fulfill. Because as one person, I know that I can't be, you know, doing like responsible for brand content and also be responsible for like bridal content, because at the end of the day, some of these influencer weddings are business deals too.
Totally.
And like it's a business thing at, you know, for a lot of it. But then it's also like it needs to be run as a business deal, but then it also simultaneously needs to be run as true wedding content. So, and then we were also going to have somebody come in and capture like the actual true BTS of the whole day. So I feel like I had, so like in that type of scenario, I consider that like actual like producing, running the show, having a list of everything and making sure that like all of the content that we needed and the content that we wanted, and then just like all of the extras would be checked off. So,
and I feel like that's like that would be more of like the director of the day.
Yeah.
Like I would consider your role that day to be like director and like
I was managing, directing.
Manager, exactly. Like you were like you would have been managing everything.
Yeah.
And then everyone else would have had like
everybody would have their special purpose and their special job and like the thing that they were doing for the day.
That's what happens when you have like a very like high like stakes wedding in terms of that client being like a personality or a celebrity or and if like someone with a high following or a large following, because it just kind of like goes with it. But that is. And
I understand that too. Like my background is like in that space.
That is a hard thing to do. Not everybody can do that. It takes a lot of work to produce that. So if you've ever seen an influencer's wedding and you are obsessed with the content, like go follow that content creator. They did an awesome job. Because it's a lot of work. A
lot of phone calls beforehand. It's just like it's more so
it's so much
coordinating.
It's coordinating. It's planning. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth, voice notes. Like it's just like constant communication. And then the day of is being like very diligent and like
Excel spreadsheets. Just I literally was planning to like have my Excel spreadsheet up and like literally cross off every sound, every transition, every brand.
It's crazy
deal.
Because like this is just like funny. Like in order to do anything, you have to say like literally be like this part of this transition has to be done before they get dressed. So all of these need to be done before they get dressed.
Has to be pre-planned
right after they like you need a timeline for the content, which is a lot.
God forbid hair and makeup isn't running late.
Right. Yeah. No.
Or God forbid, like, you know, someone doesn't have like this happens sometimes. Like sometimes you just have a bathroom emergency. Like I recently had a bride who was a nervous peer and like but we had time built in for that to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like I could understand that is maybe playing a bigger role, but then simply being a single content creator, like showing up to the wedding and just like and capturing it as we have come to know content as.
Yeah.
But I really think that wedding content creator like is a really good name. Like it makes sense. Like
I think so too. I think like I said
earlier,
you
would have to explain what a BTS like iPhone producer or whatever it is. Like you would have to, people are like, oh, like I have to explain what a wedding content creator is. Like people have to explain what a content creator is in general. Like it's
Yeah.
still like
It's still
anyone
so
over the
new.
age of what, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
in their like 40s, 50s, like they're like not entirely sure what's going on in that realm of like content. They're
Even
like,
my couples in their 20s are like, I know I need
Yeah.
one, but I'm not entirely sure what this is. So
That- also
can you
that.
explain? Because I'm like,
but like my mom's like friends.
do
I'll
I
be
also
like,
need video?
I don't get my mom's friends would be like, I think I get it, but like, can you, I know like a content is like when you post on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, like I'll explain. But I think BTS or producer, they'd be like, what are you doing like at a wedding? I feel like having the word wedding in there is very helpful too.
Yeah, I agree. Like putting wedding or like whatever type of event.
Content creator, you create content of events. Wedding content creator, you create content of a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. And
it seems so obvious to me.
I think there's so many different jobs within, you know, like as you get into like higher end weddings. I know that there's people that are specifically hired to do like PR for the wedding and like some marketing for the wedding. And there's an entire plan that goes into the rollout. And, you know, I think that's really interesting because like if you applied that to any other business, for like lack of better word, you know, you would have like someone who's in charge of social media content. Like you'd have a social media manager or a content creator for that company. Like,
you know what? That's
Alice and Olivia has a content creator. Harper's Bazaar has a content creator on their marketing team.
Yeah.
So I think it just...
Some weddings have social teams.
Right.
That has nothing to do with photo and video.
Right. But like, you know, like if you just like applied it to a business and how that runs, like they're not hiring a BTS person, like fill in the blank of whatever, you know, they might... I've seen people hire on LinkedIn like a social content producer, but that person's sole job is like all of the content for the entire company, which takes
but also
full planning
but they're
and production.
also like they're managing everything. Like
Yes,
they are
from
planning
start to
everything
finish.
out. Like it's I feel like that's like not the same thing.
No, but I'm just saying like
I think that could be part. I feel like wedding content creator is like the umbrella. Like it's a great umbrella term if you so choose to put documentary wedding photographer.
put it in your bio, put it on your website, like put it in your handle.
But I don't think it's appropriate to change the name of the term of
what it is.
The job, the profession, the role. Like I don't.
But then again, what do you guys think?
Right. Like, are we off? I don't think so, but you let us know what you think. I mean,
I'm interested. I'm interested to see like, you know, people's takes, and
I'm curious to see if anyone thinks that changing it would legitimize us more in the industry. I mean, do people just think because like people say influencing or content creators like isn't a real job?
Yeah. I feel
aside from weddings. So they're like, okay, well then if that's not a real job, then anything to do with content, is it a real job?
I feel like if we change the term now, I feel like if wedding content creation was like the Empire State Building, okay, wedding day content creators, wedding content creators, and we're brick by brick building the Empire State Building, and we have literally just added the little antenna thing on top. We went ding, okay? And then if we change the term now, people, we are kicking that thing to the ground.
You're starting
bulldozing it, fully starting over in terms of all of the growth, all of the SEO, like all of that. Now we have to catch up. Like we literally just had Vogue recognize wedding content creators and do like an entire like, you know, little spread about them. And that's been a long time coming. That's huge.
Yeah.
We would be saying, you know,
the
what,
SEO
Vogue,
that we're all been working on is not even just like to get to like your website. It's you're coming up on social media. Your videos are popping up when you're putting in the hashtag wedding content creator, NYC wedding content creator.
Yeah.
People are searching for that. They go on Instagram, they go on TikTok, they Google chat. Like
we just got recognized, you guys.
That's crazy. And now
it is
when
it is.
When you do that, it's popping up. And I think there was also was it like Harper's Bazaar? There was another publication that did a full spread on, so that's coming up when people are typing in wedding content creator. Vogue comes up.
That's a big deal for us.
That's right.
It's huge because, you know, Vogue is also very infamous for leaving content creators off of tags, you know, I don't know.
In general, just like to leave us off of tags.
Publications in general, yes. And I don't have the answer to that. I don't think it's right. But at least at this point in time, Vogue has come out and been like, wedding content creators, we recognize you. And I think that's huge.
It is. No, it's huge.
And we can't kick our Empire State Building down now, guys. No. We just, again, like I said, we just added the little antenna. And the next part is we get to make it glow different colors.
I love that. Clip that. That's for social.
But if we kick that down and start over, we don't get to make it pink.
I mean,
we got to take 3 more years to 4 years.
Keep wedding content. If you really love, the whole idea of that documentary style that might be more along the lines of BTS, of like behind the scenes, focus on that. There are so many couples that would love that, because there are so many couples that love that style of photography and videography. And people always say, when most people choose their photographer before they choose other media members, not always, but I would argue that at least 80% do. And then they say, okay, make sure that the style of your videography or your content matches your photographer, because that way everything looks really cohesive. When you're posting, it looks really good on everyone's pages, and also like all of your wedding content is going to like flow really nicely and like look really beautiful all together. There's nothing wrong with being like, I want a content creator that only focuses on behind the scenes. You're gonna, and like has a very documentary feel. Or you can say, I literally hired this photographer. They do the sickest editorial shots, like a lot of flash and a lot of like creativity and all of this, and like hire a content creator that loves to shoot and make like edits and content in that style. It's gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of photographers and videographers, and they all have their own style. So it's only natural that a content creator is also going to develop their own style. I honestly feel like a lot of people right now are like, a lot of it's like very similar to like what's trending, but I'm starting to see other people be like, you know what? I don't want to do what's like trending right now in my edits. I want to like kind of like do something different,
my own thing,
because that's how you're gonna be able to have like a recognizable business, and that's how you're gonna find your niche and your clients, and that's how people are gonna refer you. Because
I feel like I found mine this year.
Your style, yeah. So do I. Think I'm kind of in mine.
I love it, and it this style feels like so true to me, because
it reminds me of your wedding videos, like your wedding video.
Yeah, and it I don't know. I used to edit this way when I was, like in middle school and high school and college. And it just feels really genuine to just like the soul and passion that I'm putting into it.
Well, I think that's what's really important.
Exactly.
Like, I think it just, you can tell when someone, and not everything needs a name, might I add. Like, you don't have to be like, I do like cinematic edits, or I do editorial, I do documentary.
Yeah,
it doesn't
sub-names
really, right. It doesn't
everything.
necessarily matter. People can look at it and be like, I love how this feels.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important. You know me, I go on vibes. Like I say that in every episode. Like I go off vibes. I think it's really important of like how something makes you feel. And like when you're hiring someone to capture your wedding day, no matter what form of media it is, it has to make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't choose a photographer that I just like saw the photos and like I didn't get like feels from.
Yeah.
Like I would choose one that made me feel that. That's why it took me forever to find a videographer, because I didn't have a connection to so many wedding videos, because it just like didn't really match like my style.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know that I had. Let me just point out, like I didn't know until I saw.
Yeah.
And I think that's also very common for people, and people just don't know what things are called. I think bottom line, wedding content creators is like a really wonderful umbrella term. And I think it covers the gist of it.
Yeah.
And I think that everyone who is a wedding content creator who is building their business and starting to figure out like what they like and what they want their content to evoke from their clients, that feeling, and then they start posting about it, that's how you're going to find your clients. And I don't think it matters if you write BTS or whatever in like your tags. I think it's okay to like have that in your like bios or your name. Like, if you really want that, that's great. That's great SEO. Like, it's going to come up.
It's going to come up. I also like, I don't want anybody who has the term like BTS in their name to think that we're telling you that that's like not a good name. Like, you should change your name or like, you know,
no, but
anything like that.
But I just think like we're past the point of changing the name because we've already established
term.
it.
Yes, the term.
Sorry, the term.
If your business name has any like BTS or anything in it like that, because I know a lot of you guys
so many do,
that,
but it's not a bad
we're
thing.
We're not
either
talking about that
because
at all.
As long as your name doesn't have to do like one of my.
We're just talking about these search terms.
Wait, sorry. What? The 5 other content creators that I talk to on a daily basis, none of them have wedding, content, day, or creator in their name at all. Like, I'm sorry, one has the word content, but that is it. Like, they don't have that. They are wildly successful. And I think we're just talking about like searching like wedding content creator. Like, you can search wedding content creator of New York, and I like sometimes both of us don't come up first. It just depends on the day and how Google's feeling. It's literally in our name. Mm-hmm. But like on your website, having wedding content creator, wedding day content creator, wedding content creation, like all of those things help push you up in like the Google algorithm, ChatGPT, having it in your name on Instagram or on TikTok. Like mine says NYC wedding content creator because I want to come up first.
Where she works.
That is where I work.
Where she wants to work too. And, you know, obviously you work everywhere, but.
Right. But like I live in New York.
So like it makes sense.
I have a team in New York. That makes sense for me. But some people have destination wedding content creator because they don't want to tie themselves down to a place. Mm-hmm. That's so fair. People look up destination people because not everyone wants to travel.
Exactly.
So like, I'm just saying like the term of what you say when you show up to a wedding and you say, hi, my name is Jessie. I'm the content creator for the day. I'm today's wedding content creator. I don't think it should be, hi, my name is Jessie. I'm the content producer of the day is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. I'm glad that we cleared that up.
I'm so glad we had that talk.
I'm so glad we had that talk. That was perfect.
I feel like I could do that better. I'm so glad we had that talk.
That was perfect.
Thank you. I'm actually Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, no. Well,
makes me think of our little special video we did.
Oh, yeah, we just did a project and
we had like a Jennifer Coolidge like,
moment.
It was really funny.
We'll have to see when we can reveal that one day. It's
really funny, guys.
It's quite the
video.
Quite the video. But yes, this also, we just want to have like conversations. I think we just really want to make sure that like all the work that we've done is protected.
Yes.
And I think that changing anything, like I said, would
throw a lot of things for a loop.
Throw everything that we've worked for collectively as
burn it to the ground.
Not us necessarily, everyone. Like it takes a team, takes the community. And like we're fighting for our lives in these online these days. Just like, oh my God, like another podcast dropped an episode with a content creator today. I literally am in the comments and I'm like, oh, like I'm like,
it's like that one TikTok where
me nuts.
People like type slow and then it like gets fast and then it gets faster. And
that's me. I'm literally like the animated character. That's like, oh my God, it's drive me because people still don't get it. So I think anything we can do to like, just like stick with what
keep this movement going.
But like stick with what we know. Like don't.
It's not broken.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, we don't need to fix it.
Where we're at.
We don't need to fix it. Maybe, I don't know, we come together in the future and we're like, okay, guys.
Right. Okay.
Let's have a team huddle and vote. Like, I think what I really love about content creators too is like, I feel like we are a community. And I feel like through this podcast too, like we get to like have these conversations that like kind of stir up, like not in a bad way, stir up, but just like stir up conversations within the community. And then like we can come together and like we can make decisions that are best for our little community. But I just really, my opinion on this is like, I don't think we need to change anything.
No, because once again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
We're already you know, we would just be starting from square one, and like that'd be really upsetting because I feel like Emily said, there was literally just a full article in Vogue, like full spread, all about wedding content creators all over the world. People like other little like what is like Loverly and Over the Moon and all those things, like they're recognizing content creators. They're doing like their top things. Like then we're gonna go ahead and change it and then like undo all of that. I feel like it's too late to do that. If like I don't know. I just don't. I just feel like that would set us back.
Agreed. This is why we can't have nice things. Is that a good transition?
I don't know. I guess so. Because I feel like we've talked about that in circles enough times for today. And now it's time for our little end of episode segment where we take a Taylor Swift song that we think somewhat, stretch or not, relates to the episode, and we plan a wedding around it. We are not affiliated with Taylor Swift or her wedding yet. And none of this is anything to do with like her actual wedding. This is all hypothetical. And
let's plan TNT's wedding.
We have to say that though. We're going to plan their wedding around the song.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how does this relate to the episode? Well,
we
just got nice things. Vogue just said hello. Anna Wintour herself was like, content creators,
for
wedding
sure.
content creators. Yes. Put it in the book.
Wedding content creators for weddings. Groundbreaking.
All right. So we have something nice. Let's keep it that way. And honestly, like for this wedding in my head,
it's silly.
I feel like everything is like just over the top.
Yeah.
I think everything is like the nicest that it can be.
The nicest thing, like
the most expensive wedding dress, the most expensive venue, the most expensive wedding location.
We have like
the most expensive crystal.
I was gonna say the place cards are just diamonds.
Yeah, the place cards are just diamonds,
like engraved, like gold or something.
Yeah, just. I don't know how much the most expensive.
It's at the Palace of Versailles.
Yeah. I don't know how much the most expensive wedding costs, but like whatever like it is, take it
and they're like
and double it.
And then everyone at the end takes the crystal plates and just smashes them.
Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. And everyone just smashes plates to that song.
Smashes all of the thousands of dollars of plates.
Yeah, it turns into, they do that at Greek weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns into a Greek wedding.
That seems great to me. I don't know the, maybe is it like kind of like the smashing of the glass? Like you do that because you can't put it back together. If you put it back together, like that whole thing.
I actually don't know.
Me neither.
But it's just really fun.
No, I agree. This is for the fun of it. I'm sure that there's an actual like meaning behind it, but I'm not sure.
I think everyone is like, oh, we've planned this wedding for so long. We got to get some anger out.
You know, like a rage room, but the wedding's a rage room. The reception turns into just a rage room, and they hand out like bats, and
everyone gets a helmet and some like glasses, and they're like, "All right, let's just rip up and smash some priceless art." It turns into a crazy party.
She's wearing like this like Ellie Staub like dress made of like there's no crystals, but there's diamonds.
Yeah, just made of like whatever. Is there anything more expensive than diamonds out there? Probably, right?
Maybe it's like a pink diamonds.
Whatever.
I wanted a
Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther.
That's her wedding ring.
France. I say that all the time, and no one ever understands. Like no one ever gets my reference. I reference the Pink Panther so much, and people just don't get it.
Side note: the Pink Panther and Legally Blonde 2 have some of the best jokes in them that I do reference all the time.
I completely agree. I reference them all the time, especially when like I'm trying to be quiet and I'm like, like I'm like switching the things and no one ever understands. Like no one gets me.
I like the hamburger one. So like whenever Garrick and I go get hamburgers, I'm like, get back out.
Oh my God, wait, Henry can do the best hamburger thing. Oh my gosh. We were going to the Yankee game like 2 weeks ago and I was saying something about like a hamburger and he just said it and we were all like That was so good, but he's Henri, so he should be good at French.
That's so funny. He's Henri.
So yeah,
her husband's name is Henry, but yeah,
Emily calls him Henri.
I call him Henri. And in my phone, his name is Henri, and it has an I at the end with a cigarette and a baguette as the emojis next to his name. And I don't know why I started doing this.
I should change Garrick's to Laguerite and put French too.
Laguerite. I think our husbands are just French. Like, it's fine.
I think so.
I mean,
I love France.
I'm French.
You're French?
Oui.
Oui?
Oui.
Just do the rest of the episode in French.
D'accord.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
French fry. Whatever.
Frites.
Yeah.
It's just fry.
Whatever.
In France, it's just...
Well, because I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Frites.
That took me a minute.
Anyway.
That makes sense. Guys, I mean...
Her French is horrible.
I don't know any French.
She's totally not French.
No. German and Russian and Polish.
I'm also German. I'm also Irish. And my dad did the ancestry DNA thing. So I don't know if this like totally applies to me, but I'm pretty certain
I want
to
do it. I feel like I'm going to find some crazy things out.
We have Viking DNA in us. So I am always been a strong girl. Elga. It's me. I was always the strongest kid in my class. Like whenever we had field day, they would always like put me in front of the boys at the front of the line for tug of war. And I would just go whoop, and all the kids would just boop, 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 they just fall.
That's so funny. I was not even asked to join the rope. I was just told to stand.
I have to show you
because I was 4 feet tall.
A picture of me in 5th grade. Hold on. I think I have it readily available.
Wait, that's so funny.
I am literally 5'6" in 5th grade on my soccer team. Everybody else is 5 feet tall or less.
Like me.
I'll send it to our editor so he can put it on the screen. Give me 2 seconds. Please hold.
That's so funny. I was always the shortest. Even like at camp, like I went to day camp and I went to sleepaway camp. We would always have like bunk photos. And I was like pretty much always the shortest, except at camp every year it was like me and one other girl. We were like this much apart. But like I've always been 5 feet tall.
All right. Are you
Sabrina
ready?
Carpenter's 5 feet tall, so I feel better. Yeah. And I can go in front of the videographers and I won't be in their way.
Okay, so you've met my stepdad, and he's like the coach in this photo, and he's 5'8". So I legit am 5'6" in this photo.
Oh my God.
She's a Viking.
You have to do the DNA and like have it for real.
I don't know if you guys can really
They can say actually.
see this.
Maybe
I'll
not.
show this camera first.
Wow.
I'm the tall one in the middle. Like, I think the definition of my life like has always been not skinny, but not fat, but just muscle. Like when I went to Equinox and I joined Equinox and I was a little, like I was a little chubby. They were like, you have a lot of fat on your body, but you have 60% more muscle than the average person. And I was like, that's interesting because I don't work out. So
wow, how does it feel to be the favorite and have Viking in you?
Pretty good.
I don't think I have any. No. It's like opening a jar like takes so much out of me.
If Garrick and I have kids, I bet they're going to be freak athletes because they'll just have like my Viking DNA and then like his speed and his height. And he's,
I always forget how tall he is.
Yeah. My husband is 6'3".
I always forget. I'm
tall
like,
guy.
Every time I see him, I'm like, I
kids are going to be
how tall you
trees.
were. Yeah. Oh my God. No. That
So funny because like all the women in my family are so small. Like they're short. Like
short and
like you met my
dainty.
sister yesterday, Abby. She's small. She's like
Yeah.
the same size as you. She's 5'2".
Yeah, but you
Barely.
also like have different.
We have different
different
fathers.
dads.
My dad is shorter than my stepdad. Plot twist.
Maybe the Vikings skipped him and got one to you.
I think so because we don't
Maybe
know where
it
I came
skips
from.
right.
Literally, I'm like all of the men on my dad's side of the family they're all so small. Like it's just small people. And there's me. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like we planned the wedding and then just decided to go on our DNA journey.
Yeah. But hey, we're under an hour, so
This is
win-win.
And you got to know us more, which I think is really important.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do that.
And if you
still
also
be on brand.
Yeah, if you also have Viking DNA, let me know. We could be Viking sisters. Anyway, I got to visit Sweden one day, you know?
Hey, yeah. In Sweden, they leave the babies out when they take their babies in like their strollers, and in the wintertime, they leave them sleeping outside in the restaurant, and because the babies sleep well in the cold and the air is so like clean there,
yeah,
and they love it. And I think that's a very funny fun fact. You just go and like there's a restaurant, there are all the babies outside sleeping.
I do have to say, like, whenever like people have guessed like what my makeup is, whenever I'm in a room with Russians, they always think I'm Russian.
Really?
Like, yes.
I wish I didn't say. I wish people could guess, because I never get what I am. Ever.
What do you usually get?
People always think I have some sort of like Middle Eastern or like Spanish or Italian.
Yeah, my mom thought you were Italian.
Every time, like without
I was
fail.
like, I don't think she's Italian.
I'm not. I looked. I got married in Italy. People are like, oh, you Italian? And I'm like, no, you would think.
My little soul is a little Italian.
My Italian soul, no, for sure.
I always tell people
always think I'm like Middle Eastern.
I always say I was a Nona in my last life.
It's because of my eyes, because they're green. Yeah. And I have like very dark hair naturally. And I guess like some features. But yeah, no. And people will guess like Spanish or Italian, but never, ever, ever German or Russian or Polish. But it's those three on both sides, but like different amounts.
Yeah, that's my husband too. He's got Russian and German and Polish.
Henry's very Polish, and but his mom is not. I forget.
Yeah,
his last name's Bagayski. So
yeah,
but my last name is Reichenbaum. How? I mean, I feel like you can get German.
Mine is Klein. Klein with a C.
I know.
And recently, when I've
German and Jewish, that's always what
mine. Mine could be Jewish. I did look this up. I'm like, it is Klein.
But yeah, but it's Klein. Is the Jewish?
But
way.
But it did say that like it could go either way.
Yeah. Well.
But when I've been to the airport,
Jew,
as a New York Jew,
I've never met a CLINE.
A CLINE. Well, now you know.
Well, I
you have
now.
one.
Well, not a.
But people have been calling me at the airport. Thank you for checking in, Miss Celine. I'm like Miss Celine, Emily
Dion?
Celine Dion. Very, very
French.
Very French.
All right.
So, anyway,
there's today's episode.
This was
Thank
fun.
you so much for joining us. This was
fun
so much fun. And let us know your thoughts. Comment, subscribe, like, share, all the other things I might be forgetting to say.
Rate us 5 stars, please.
Yeah, please. And subscribe on YouTube. We love watching the subscribers go up. I don't know what we're up to now, but it's been very fun.
It's been fun. But anyway, friends, plus ones. We love you all.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bellas.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.